room. First of all, welcome to our session on women in leadership position and beyond. Today, we embark on a journey down the vibrant path of progress that weaves together the threads of equality and empowerment. Just as the strength of a tightly woven string allows it to withstand immense pressure, it is time to unravel the limitless potential within these exceptional leaders and their pivotal role in shaping a better tomorrow. Join me in letting the symphony of their voices inspire us all, the globe. Next in line also we have the first female medical representative who came on board 20 years ago in northeast India, a time when men dominated this field completely. Today, she's a business leader in the healthcare and pharmaceutical sector. Dolan holds multiple leadership roles in business and marketing for the Asia-Pacific region at Glenmark Pharmaceuticals Limited and is today a country head based out of Hong Kong. With over 20 years of experience in established and startup organizations, she has led diverse teams in different cultural and functional settings. Recently recognized as one of the top 30 inspirational leaders in India for 2022. Aside from that, she's also dedicated to mentoring young women and actively involved in social work concerning underprivileged children. Introducing my next esteemed speaker, Dr. Alia. Alia brings a wealth of experience and expertise from her successful corporate career in top-tier organizations. With a passion of social entrepreneurship, community engagement, and women's leadership, Alia has made a significant impact through her work in the social sector and is a licensed volunteer. She is also a branding, marketing, strategy, and communication executive, driving the success of her organization's brand, positioning, and delivering innovative campaigns. With an immersive academic background and a commitment to continuous learning, Alia's consultancy firm, Inspire Me, focuses on Emirati identity strategy, corporate innovation, leadership, and other vital areas. She firmly believes in the power of disruption, excellence, and continuous improvement, striving to connect innovation, strategy, branding, communications, and leadership in her toolkit as a consultant and aspiring social entrepreneur. Moving to our next versatile speaker, I have Ghada here on my right. Ghada's career's journey has equipped her with a diverse skill set and a deep understanding of various business functions. With Ghada's expertise in business development, strategy, and stakeholder management, she is adept at creating sustainable paths to success. Blessed with exceptional interpersonal skills and communication, she excels in building and nurturing relationships. As a natural leader, she motivates teams to deliver the best and has a passion for improving lives and empowering others. Last but not least, the lady in red, I have Soha. Soha is the founder of Forward, a boutique training and consultancy firm, an accomplished corporate certified coach, trainer, and an author, who specialized in emotional intelligence, resilience, and leadership training. She has more than a decade of experience in human resources management and holds multiple awards, degrees, and global certifications. Furthermore, she actively participates as a board committee member and is an active judge for various organizations. Her ultimate mission is empowering organizations to cultivate a resilient and future-ready, capable, and emotionally intelligent workforce. Ladies and gents, please welcome the panelists for this afternoon. And with that, I'm going to start with my set of questions. So, Soha, this question is for you. As an expert in emotional intelligence with a mastery in leadership training, in your opinion, how does EI or emotional intelligence intersects with women's leadership in today's corporate landscape?
Great question, Ghenwa. You know, we often talk about glass ceilings, but let us talk today briefly about glass emotions. So emotional intelligence is not about controlling your emotions. Emotional intelligence is not about suppressing your emotions. Emotional intelligence is not about putting your emotion in a box and seal it. When it comes to, it's about, basically, emotional intelligence is about leveraging those emotions as an asset. But when it comes to women in leadership, emotional intelligence offers basically a toolkit that decode the unspoken power dynamics often laced with gender biases. So we're not just managing people, but we are also managing our emotional biases and societal expectation. But there is more. Emotional intelligence is also about building relationship with other people that propel you forward. So in my opinion, in a leadership position in general, success is not solely your own. It's a collective success. It's a collective growth. So emotional intelligence offers basically to women in leadership position the opportunity to create and to foster a healthier environment that basically where they can celebrate not only individual success, but at the same time collective growth and success. Thank you, Ghenwa. So let us not just break that glass ceiling, let us chatter those emotions and use your emotional intelligence as your secret weapon for your professional and personal growth. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Soha. What you said has actually enlightened me in a way or another, especially when you put emphasis on success in leadership is not an individual success, but more like a team or collective.
Yes.
Another follow-up question for you, Soha, here is just before we hit stage. We spoke about trends being overlooked in the business landscape. What is one trend you're seeing that most people are overlooking in today's world?
I like that. We talk a lot about upskilling. Upskilling in terms of technology and innovation at the same time. But there is a soft skill upswing that most of the people are missing, which is the capability or your capacity for compassionate directness. Compassionate directness is not about being nice, it's about being effective, it's about being compassionate, it's about being human, sympathetic, empathetic, active listener at the same time. And women, they really are uniquely positioned to harness this by triggering maybe an open and honest conversation with their team that will help them to
evolve.
Exactly. So for me, it's like emotional judo. Where you use the momentum of human interaction and you flip challenges into opportunities. This is how I see it.
I love how you change the lens from an obstacle to more like an opportunity. Yes, beautiful. Thank you so much, Soha. Moving onwards, I would like to ask Alia, reflecting on the tremendous work that you do today and your extensive experience in future foresight and innovation through your involvement, of course, in the UAE's government excellence model and social as well as the behavioral change. Could you perhaps highlight any noteworthy trends that will possibly shape the future? The future is not tomorrow, it's today, right? Over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, G. So I was intrigued by great visionary leaders across, like Steve Jobs and the founder of the UAE, Sheikh Zayed, how they can really see into the future, and moreover, how they can really unify their own people behind this vision and actualize it. So I can mention within the UAE excellence model, the future foresight is one of the pillars of the UAE excellence model, the UAE government excellence model. And the UAE has, the UAE 2031. So this is based on the UAE 2021 vision, which has been now updated to the UAE 2031. So this is the, for the next almost 10 years of the UAE's history, success story, how all sectors across economy, social, health, education, how they can all come together into a unified one organic entity to actually elevate the whole society as the UAE. So what I can say is that when it comes to future foresight, it never exists in a vacuum. It's always connected with existing models and systems that when there is a good visionary leader, they can really come into this existing models and systems and really, with the buy-ins, with their own people, really upgrade it and really get it to the next, to the 21st century, as we call it. Beautiful. So some interesting future foresight or trends for future and leadership I can mention is the servant leader. So what do we mean by servant leaders? So let me just say that according to many existing studies and reports across, from McKinsey, from World Government Summit that happens here in the UAE every year, and World Economic Forum, they gravitate towards the importance of servant leaders and the importance of having this as the common, how do we evaluate our leaders, right?
Yes.
Like, for example, at work we have the 360 evaluation, right?
100%.
But now how we can say that this is a good leader and this is not a so good leader, by how this leader really
demonstrate their behaviors.
Yes, and distribute power. So this is to create the engagement with their own people, and also they lead with compassion, with the emotional intelligence that you mentioned, Soha, and how they can really step away from ego, which is, and this is where, and I think we are fortunate enough to be at this day and age, that we are at the beginning of the end of the old model, where it's the boss versus the leader conversation that we have in leadership now, and we are seeing the beginning of the beginning of this beautiful future of leaders, where they are really can be considered men of the people, not staying in their ivory tower, but really people who lead from the front.
Nice. Thank you a lot.
You will see a different number, right? For example, if you go to the industry where physical fitness or strength is considered to be the high priority for selection, right? For example, armed forces, police, security, and all those, you will see a number, very poor number of around 10 to 15%. Traditionally, women has always been considered as a weaker gender in terms of physical strength. Though I really don't understand why this is so, because women has the power to hold the transformation in the womb for 9 months and then tolerate the pain of giving birth to a child. After that also, why we are challenged or questioned, that's really a big thing for us to consider. And that's the reason when somebody says that women are weaker in terms of physical strength, I always say, if you really want to check that, go and try to snatch her child from her. You will see the power, the strength she has in protecting her child, right?
Beautiful.
Thank you. Yes. So this is one kind of discrimination, somehow that women are always been considered as a weaker gender in terms of physical strength. And now if you talk about the corporate sector, right, you will see that women are often considered as too emotional. So when it comes about taking a decision which is rational or logical, women are not considered to be the best choice to, choose for. And that's the reason, not on leadership position, but at a very senior level, maybe at a CEO or MD level, you will see women leader only up to 10 to 15%, right?
Yeah.
So even if we think something which is complex, right, the politics, again, across the globe, the people are sitting in the parliament, only 13% are women representative, right? So these are different industries where people feel women are good to care, to nurture, take care of family. But when it comes about complex things or taking bold decisions, we are not the choice, which is not the fact, right?
100%.
Yeah. So these are the two basic factors. In addition to that, I would say motherhood is definitely, something which interrupts with the career progression for leader, right? Career progression for women. In India itself, you will see only 50% of the ladies, after giving birth to a child, they come back to work. And out of that 50%, even 40% choose to, go away to home and, only take care of the child, around 40%. Our systems, our policies are not in favor of taking care of the lady after she comes back, to office to work after giving birth to a child. So definitely motherhood is one reason. The another one, I would say, everybody will agree, work-life balance. Because somehow the perception is in the same 24 hours after managing work, in office like a main counterpart, we are also supposed to take care of our family, our kids in the home, aging population of home, everything is on our shoulder. So basically, we are supposed to do the job of 36 hours in 24 hours. So again, that's a huge issue. The next point, maybe we are very poor in networking. To go up in the ladder in the corporate, you need to have very well connection with the industry experts, the top management. But somehow we are so much occupied with work, office. We just think networking may be a waste of time for us, but that's not. It's really required. The next point may be disparity in payments, right? We have seen across the industries, whether it's cricket, whether it's entertainment industry, the men and women are not equally paid, right? So when it comes about taking a decision or opportunity, even in the same family between husband and wife, we always see that husband take the chance because probably the payment will be higher. And the last thing I would like to highlight that the policies, right? Policies are not in favor of having more women. But let me tell you, this is, so far has happened so far, whatever has happened so far, this is okay. But future, we need to have more women in the boardroom, not only the director. Because the report says that the organizations, we are having higher women in the boardroom, their financial reports, their economic reports, their profitability is better. And it's not only that. There was a recent survey done by World Economic Forum, job reports of 2023, which says that Generation Z, half of the Generation Z, they refuse to work for an organization who doesn't have parity in the gender parity in the leadership roles. So this is the time when we need to really openly discuss about the parents and make a blueprint to have a better future for both the genders so that everybody can grow and prosper.
Beautiful. Thanks a lot, Darlin. And I just have to add that women and men are, one side of the coin. Let's put it this way, right? So we're all equal, and having women on board, and especially at the top, is only going to help productivity and creativity and innovation. So CEOs, business owners, leaders, if you're looking for productivity and profit and revenue, you need to have both on your board.
Sure.
Olin, thank you so much. Ghada, we know some industries are still more male-dominated, such as automotive and the oil and gas industry. In your experience, what strategies have you personally leveraged and adopted as you have navigated your way up the ladder, the leadership ladder?
Yeah, well, you might laugh about this. Shut my ear. I had to. I work in a very, very man-orientated, field where woman is not welcome at all. At all. They not taking women seriously. They just think women in this particularly in this field, is only like for entertainment. You know, like you give them a smile, and that's it. Don't open your mouth because you can't open your mouth because you don't have a clue. So I had to shut my ear, and I had to take the challenge and keep going, fight for it. It wasn't easy at all, and it's still not easy. It's still like in somewhere in, especially in Africa and some of the Middle East, people not like man, not welcome you to talk about something very, very technical. Like speaking about refinery, some of the equipment, and you have a technical discussions. They look at you like,
Interesting.
Are you understand what you're talking about? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And normally, I don't introduce myself as a managing director or CIO or anything. I leave them until the end because in the beginning, just somebody in a meeting they will tell me, "Are you engineering? Do you understand what you're talking about?" So it takes me a lot of time and a lot of effort to try to make the man on this field accept me, as a woman can do that. And there is a lot of ways, you need to take to try to encourage women to go in this field, because some people, like some women, they don't want to work in oil and gas. They said, no, it's not for us. We don't want to work in this. We don't want to work 24 hours. We don't want to go in offshore and have this tough environment, because it's really tough.
Totally, I do understand that some industries still date. They still haven't adopted the new regime, or it's also a diet for some organizations to have a healthy, balance between genders. But I'm sure with the right allyship, with the right people on board, hopefully this will ease up.
Hopefully. But when I started working in this field, I was only 2, and one of my friends. We only 2 girls on the whole, companies.
Yeah.
And it's all man, and it's still difficult when I start my business and I start to employ lots of women. We have this label about a woman company. So we've been knowing on the field this is a woman company. It's not. I have male as well. I have male and female engineering, but we've been labeled in the market as a woman company.
Well, it's their loss. Let's put it this way. Okay, so in favor of time and in order for us to wrap up, I'm just going to move to the last question that we have for today. We had a lot, but time constraints. So this question is for all of you, ladies on the panel. What's one strategy or technique would you recommend that help female leaders cultivate a human-centered and future-focused mindset in this VUCA world? And Soha, maybe we can start with you and then down the line to Ghada.
All right, so my final advice is, I guess it's very simple but transformative. So be the lighthouse leader. In a world swamped with a lot of information, be that beacon that guide others to reach their goals, be that beacon that helps others during the uncertainty or VUCA world. So being a lighthouse leader doesn't mean that you have all the answers, but it means to have the capability or the capacity to ask the right question in the right time. So you stand firm in your values. This is first. Second, you illuminate with possibilities. And third, you weather storms with resilience. So don't light or don't shine for yourself only, but shine also for others so they can find their own way as well.
Beautiful. Thank you, Soha.
Thank you. So I think human-centered leadership is, I think most of the organizations have realized that this is very important. Yeah. And it's no more distraction from business. Rather, it's a deep strategy, right? So as a leader, as a woman leader, I think we should never stop learning, right? Whatever phase you are of your leadership journey, you should never stop learning because the world is so, it's so much disruption. So it's always good, even at a very senior level, if you are, take out time to interact with the Generation Z, maybe even the interns joining in the company. Take their feedback, understand what is happening, what changes required, and then you can reinvent and rediscover your company, right? And, adopt the changes that is happening rapidly, make a good pool of talents for your future, and just work on the opportunity. So my message is never stop learning, not even from the Generation Z, because there are many new things every day you can learn. As a leader, it's very important.
Reverse mentoring. Thank you so much. Dr. Alia?
I couldn't help it. I have to reflect on Dr. Hannah's point in terms of energy and prioritization, as well as setting boundaries. So I can connect to the servant leadership that I spoke about. Within the 9 effective servant leadership practices, practice number 5, in case anyone is interested, is creating a place for individuality. So my message here is for everyone, every woman, every man, every potential aspiring leader. You have to have your own voice. You have to know yourself. You have to create a space for you to exist as an individual leader, as an individual contributor to this world. And always guard your energy. I mean, no one, as they say, you cannot pour from an empty glass, right? So make sure to know your priorities. Make sure to set your energy limits, and don't worry. I know us as women, we always have those kind of future worries. Things did not happen yet, and we worry about it, right? And this really exhausts our energy. So my message is, please don't worry. Live in the moment, live in the present, create a space for your own individuality, and always have a voice.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Very insightful. And with Ghada?
Actually, my advice to the young girls who want really to be like a leader, whatever leader or not, but reading, because reading is really powerful. You can't beat a woman, her best friend is a book. Because that will give you all the experience and will let you start from where the other people stopped. So you can actually buy the experience by keep reading. Reading is a very powerful knowledge because knowledge is money. And you can gain lots of things from reading. Reading, it will inspire your brain. It will build the experience which you didn't try, but it will give a lot of knowledge to the girls to try, go and read the other people, experience and life and all the leadership. So
Indeed.
reading and reading and reading.
Thank you so
Make
much.
your best friend is a book.
Yes, exactly. I believe in the power of learning, and there is more power when you learn to unlearn. With that, I'm just gonna thank each and every one of you ladies. You've been tremendous, very insightful, and thank you for all the information that you have shared. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Moderator, for leading with such grace and timeliness. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our Women in Leadership panel.